Huh?
Welcome to Those Fantasy Dudes podcast with your hosts, Jonathan, Tyler, and Jake.
Hey,
Let's fucking go.
we made it. We made it.
We're here, everybody.
If
Welcome
you're listening
back
to this,
another
you probably
episode.
made it to the big dance, right, John?
Yeah, I mean, you know, in years past, we've had a lot of people drop off week 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think people are just watching us for the vibes now. You know what? You don't have to be watching us because you're trying to get some advice, because clearly you're in the wrong place for that. So, you know,
we're the wrong guys for that. You want to talk crazy shit about Brittany Mahomes? John's got you.
Oh, yeah. This girl's about to pop pretty soon, so we'll have plenty of content.
Stop, don't say shit like that. What's wrong with you?
That's a normal thing to say.
No, that's weird. I'm sorry.
You don't ever. Okay, we don't need to get into detail, but we will. Trust me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, what this one's all about.
I think that's normal to say about like a friend of yours or something, maybe.
She's a celebrity. We can say whatever we want. That's kind of how it is.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying it's weird and crazy.
Well, that's kind of weird and crazy is kind of the Those Fantasy Dudes podcast.
That's Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. Oh, do we have to do that stupid Brittany Mahomes outfit guest today?
If you complain about it too much, it's going to drag it out, and we'll be here all night. So you just gotta power through. It's what the people want.
All right,
you know what I mean?
Whatever. At least...
I will say Brittany Mahomes is pretty tame today. The big news is she has a new profile picture on Instagram for the first time, and God, who knows how long.
I think you do. If anybody's going to know, it's you.
I might have looked up Brittany Mahomes, and then right away I was like, "That's a new picture."
Ooh,
so,
man, you got a lot going on in your personal life.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that positively. I didn't mean that like
the opposite.
Yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, welcome back to the show. Those Fantasy Dudes. Obviously, as you can see, if you're watching, if you're listening, and you have not heard our beloved NFL news and injury reporter Tyler. He's taken his 1 week off. He's taken his a 1 week leave of absence, unpaid. So he'll be back next week.
It's because he's afraid.
Imagine he comes back and he can't even talk about winning a matchup in the playoffs. What if he loses? And then it's just sad Tyler for 3 weeks. That would suck.
Yeah, wait, I'm not playing him anywhere. So
no, but you know, you could merge. Well, you're not.
Well, that's the thing. That's the nice thing about it splitting up is like we're only going to be playing each other in the semifinals.
Right. Well, no. Couldn't you play each other in the
championship? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if anything goes on, we have a very serious matchup.
Yeah. For the content, that'd be pretty great. Also, I'm pretty sure in Dynasty, you and I could play in the championship too.
Oh, definitely.
I think that's how it works.
I think we could play in the. Hold on.
League of record, I'm 6th. I don't know.
League of record. We could also play in the championship. You're playing Gabby, and then you play Chris. Okay. I play Logan and Brad. I'll tell you, I sure would have loved to be. I don't want to play Gabby. I don't know which one I'd rather.
I don't want to play Gabby.
Yeah,
I don't have a
Gabby's
choice.
Popping off, dude.
Gabby's team has been disgusting all year. You know what's crazy is me and her both to finish the season went on 5-0 runs.
Yeah.
So we both made it here.
A crazy move by her if she doesn't start Lad if he's healthy.
I mean, I don't want to give her any advice, but personally, I would start Shakir over DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I mean, one of those guys.
Or Lad, I guess. Yeah, given the shit.
Shakir's had such a solid workload. She just has to score a good week to beat you. Like, she doesn't have to have a blow up week. Like, I have to have a decent week to beat Logan, and I have to blow up if I want to beat Brad.
I mean, me and Gabby, our average points are, for me, 126.6. Hers is 126.4.
Yeah.
We're very close in, you know, what we put up all season. She's had some bigger boom weeks than I have, but I've been more consistently at like 130, 140. So It's a great matchup. We'll definitely get to it in a little bit, but if you guys are watching and you haven't followed us on our socials, make sure to do that at Those Fantasy Dudes, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, at Fantasy Dudes Pod on X. Help you with those start sits on Sunday mornings. Only a few of those left, so get those questions in there, and Tyler will be sure to give his opinions on those. If you're watching but you prefer to listen, you can do so on the following podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, TuneIn, iHeart, Stitcher, Castbox, Region, Radio Public, Breaker, Podcast, Warhorn, Castro, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, Podbean, Podcast Guru, Podcast Republic, and Podverse. Jesus, and Spotify.
Damn. I was going to say you picked it up at the end there after a tough go to start, but you didn't. That was bad.
I'm not going to lie. Everyone's using YouTube now, so it's like, I feel like it might be time to retire this.
You think so?
I don't know. It's a staple of the show, but, you know, I mean,
I think we should
everyone knows where they can
words.
find a podcast. Yeah, maybe we need a new thing. I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you think we should get rid of that.
Should that should that just be us shitting on teams that we play?
It's just Logan sucks, Logan sucks, Logan sucks, Logan sucks, Logan sucks.
Yeah.
We try to say it as many times as we can without flubbing. I like that. That's a good idea.
Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. Deal.
What are those called?
Tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters. We could just do a new tongue twister every week.
Yeah, those fancy dudes tongue twisters.
That could be a new segment. Peter, make that segment for us. Thank you. Speaking of segments we don't want to do, or Jake doesn't want to do because I love it, let's do a little Brittany Mahomes update.
Brittany Mahomes update. Brittany Mahomes update.
Hey.
2 thumbs down.
I'm looking forward to it. You know, Jake, it's a staple of the show. People come here. We come. We saw. We conquered. I don't know if that's the right reference.
Stop saying weird shit.
What are you talking about?
That's weird shit. What you're saying is weird shit.
I just said a saying. Relax. It's the Brittany Mahomes update. You know, we got to check in to see what she's up to. You know, the voice of the people, if you will, the voice of the NFL. You know, some people tune in for Patrick Mahomes. Some people tune in for Taylor Swift. We tune in for Brittany Mahomes. But, you know, she hasn't done a whole lot. She's going to games. She's just doing her motherly duties. Keeping that kid nourished and whatnot, and making sure she has a healthy child. So
this is so weird.
Here we are, Brittany Mahomes. Actually, let's look at her new profile picture. It's different, you know. It's very motherly. Because her last one, Jake, as you probably know, was a picture from her Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition shoot, like a close up of her face. So you know, she's switching things up. So what do you think?
Oh man, I don't care.
Look at this crazy comment from Nicole.
Girlfriend.
Why don't you read that for us?
All right, sure. Hold on. I gotta zoom in a little bit.
We're playing popcorn, Jake.
It says, girlfriend, you have come a long way since you and Patrick first came to KC. I remember I thought you had more of a cheerleader vibe about you, but that was because you were younger, and now you have blossomed into womanhood. And girlfriend, you have really embraced being a mom and having a family and just doing all that you do. I think you are gorgeous, and I'm happy to have you here in KC. Cheers to you and Patrick and the soon-to-be third little one. Champagne emoji. And who is Nicole Marie 913? The number one authority in who belongs in Kansas City.
A loyal follower, you know.
Certainly a follower.
Yeah, just a good supporter. Pregnancy
weirdo, I would say. I would say that woman's on par with you.
Pure beauty. Yeah, but I don't put it in the comments. I just say it on a public platform like YouTube. Yeah, no, she's up to a whole lot. Stylist working overtime. But yeah, so the real reason we're here is to take a look at Brittany Mahomes' crazy outfit. And I think she has a pretty good caption here. If you're not laughing at this point, you're no fun. I think in reference to how the Chiefs keep winning when they shouldn't be winning. I think that's the...
Oh, God, I want to see him lose so bad. I hate it.
It's all I want. It's ridiculous. Well, there's some comments here. When are you due? 10 points for the caption. I laughed at the end of the last 3 games. Last week was the best, though. God, I can't imagine. I hate Kansas City fans. Like they don't realize how good they have it.
Here's the thing. I think they're worse than New England fans at the height.
At the very least, they're cringier. Like,
for sure.
Right? Like,
I mean, Tom Brady, like, definitely a better guy than Patrick Mahomes, and Giselle definitely a better. At
least more likable. I don't know if they're better human beings. Are they? Maybe.
I don't know. Who am I? More likable, sure, yeah.
Yeah, definitely more likable. I age 5 years every game. Love our Chiefs. You look stunning as always. When you kiss Pat, my heart melts.
What the fuck?
Ooh, 20 likes? Yikes. Dub Girl 30. What the fuck? Anyways, why don't we take a closer look at this outfit with the Brittany Mahomes fit check.
Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. It's fit check with Brittany Mahomes. Yep, here we go. Jake's favorite segment.
Damn, that one's hard not to laugh at.
We're talking clothes, shoes, dresses, maybe bags.
Bags.
Maybe even bags.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Damn, it's just
It
really.
Check.
I wish that drop sucked more so I could hate this bit more.
It really goes on way longer than it should, but so does this segment, so it's kind of fitting. Speaking of fit checks, let's take a look here. We'll go to the good old standby shopltk.com. Shop my looks. Let's do this. Oh my god. Here we go. Isn't this exciting? Wait, she has one for the other thing. No, we don't have to do it. Okay. Wow, that is I didn't want to say it, but I hate this dress or jacket or whatever the fuck it is. It's pretty horrible, dude, if you ask me. Maybe just not like as flattering as some of her other looks. It just feels like too big and too blocky, and she looks like a Lego. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't care about any of her looks. I never have.
But she's had like some pretty solid ones in the past, no?
John?
I'm trying here. Anyway, why don't we take a look here? I'm gonna need you on Google duty in case we have a non-working link. So I'll tell you what it's called and we can look it up.
Sure.
I think it's the least you can do.
And this is after we guess, right?
This will be after, yeah. So, oh shit. Oh, good. That didn't work. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see here. So here we go, everybody.
That leather coat's going to be $1 million.
It's Dolce & Gabbana, if that tells you anything.
Oh, Christ.
Patent leather trench coat, Dolce & Gabbana, big World War I history.
It tells me someone should pillage their home and sell it for a good cause.
Probably. Like a bling ring situation, I think someone actually did break into their house.
Someone broke into Joe Burrow's house.
Well, he's cool.
And he had a Sports Illustrated model just like hanging out there. Isn't that crazy?
That's cool. That's pretty. I think he used to date Livy Dune because they both went to LSU.
I would try. Well, no, he would have been a lot older than her. I don't think she would have been there, right?
I think. Isn't she like a super senior? She's going to be in college forever. It feels like she's like a Simpsons character in college.
I don't know. I got to be honest. I have no idea about Livy Dune. I really short of just talking about her to make fun of you and also talking about did Baby Gronk get rizzed up by Livy Dune? Other than that, like
who's Baby Gronk?
You don't know who Baby Gronk is? Sometimes I forget you're not like you're chronically online in the weirdest ways too. Like if I talk about anyone who does dances on TikTok, you're like locked in. But the minute I mention anything,
I don't know about locked in.
John.
I mean, yeah, I feel like I could name I could name like Charlie D'Amelio, Dixie D'Amelio, Addison Rae. But that's kind of where those are like
that's so not true. If you really racked your brain, you could come up with so many people that you shouldn't have knocking
dancing.
Around your noggin.
I don't think so. I don't know their names.
Look, I'm using dancing as a pseudonym. You know exactly what I mean.
Anybody who opens a new TikTok account is going to have flooded Addison Rae and Charlie D'Amelio. I don't care who you are. That's
so
what
not true.
That's 100% true. They don't know.
I got purely goofy memes.
Well, you're a goofy guy.
Yeah.
I'll make a new TikTok account.
I'm trying not to say something you're going to have to cut after this episode.
Please don't. I mean,
I'm just move off the segment. I don't want to do this.
You brought it up. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, we got the Dolce & Gabbana trench coat, which I don't think they wore trench coats like this back in the day, but here we are. Very tacky, if you ask me, but that's just my opinion. Doesn't mean it's not expensive. We have the La Academie Needy Rib Sweater in ivory from Revolve.com. Revolve Clothing, as we know, Brittany's favorite. Let's see. These are from Saks Fifth Avenue. These are from Shop Bop. So we'll go with the more expensive ones. We're going with these jeans on the top. The Mel High Rise Straight Leg jeans from Saks Fifth Avenue, Jake. And then we have the boots here. Napa Fendi First 95mm booties, white from fashionfile.com. And the bag is Wallace Bottega Venata. That sounds expensive. But yeah, so we got a jacket, we got a dress shirt and some jeans and some boots and a bag. So let's go ahead and do our calculations privately here. I went way over last week. I think you might have won.
I did win last week.
Dude, this jacket could be like
I have no context.
So much money. Like it could be like $20,000. Like
I have no context. This is really a shot in the dark. I feel okay about this number. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, I've just done the jacket. The shirt is from Revolve. I feel like that could be the cheapest item here. Jesus. Go. The jeans were from shit. Fuck. I'm gonna go. Okay. I'm going in the comments. Hey, what's up, Slink? Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Swing.
On Twitch today. Seeing if Twitch works. Thank you, buddy. Okay.
You ready?
Going in the private chat.
All right.
Ready to go. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh, fuck.
I knew we'd be far off. I went 10,000 for the jacket. I really think it's a lot. Links on both platforms.
I'm worried now that it is. Here's the thing. I think it's probably like a $3,500 or $4,000 jacket.
I usually would think so, but dude, what is this again?
Mean, Dolce & Gabbana. All right.
Dolce & Gabbana, dude. Like,
so I'm probably Google over that one, don't I?
I'm taking the risk here. No Tyler this week. He's off this week. I'm a little bit busy, so and a little bit under the weather, actually, sadly. But
yeah, he said that he was tired of Slink coming up in this chat and talking shit to him.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Let me get. Oh no, we still need the disclaimer for Primo Homes. Yeah. So why don't we do this? Here we go. Let's find out the truth. I said 12,750. Jake came in with 6,500.
Should we do the coat last?
We can do the coat last. Yeah,
I feel like that's the move. I think it'll be funnier if we do the coat last.
All right, let's start with the jeans. Whoa.
Hey, don't you tempt me with a good time. I'll get on a flight tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll tell him where to find you, Slink. Okay, let's start with the jeans here. The Mel High Rise Straight Leg from Saks Fifth Avenue. Oh, my God. Jake?
All right, what is it?
The Mel, M-E-L, High Rise Straight Leg jeans. Saks Fifth Avenue. Very important that we know.
Yeah, I spelled that with a Z. What are we looking at here? Saks.
Why even put them on here if they don't fucking work? This happens like half the time. It's like, what the fuck?
All right, so we're going with the as advertised price because all these, this is tough to find.
Tyler finds it so fast, and I don't know how.
We're not all Tyler. Can't all be Tyler. $325.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna add it. I have a calculator.
If I ever found out you spent $325 on jeans, oh man!
I remember, dude. My dad went through a phase when he like True Religion and Diesel was a thing back in like the mid 2000s. He would spend $600 on jeans. But you know that Fort Lauderdale life. You gotta be looking your best. It is what it is.
I do think he's of a different group than we are.
Slightly. I like a good Calvin Klein from JCPenney. You know, you can't go wrong.
Through and through Levi's, baby.
Levi's are nice. Yeah. Levi's are nice. I have a good pair. Okay, let's go on to the shirt here or whatever. This is from revolvedclothing.com. This link should work. Law Academia, blah, blah, blah. Okay, $168.
I'm still feeling okay about this. If the bag and the shoes come in at under $1,000, then I'm feeling okay.
I mean, I said $12,000, so like I really am hoping I'm shooting for the moon.
You need that jacket to be a good 10 grand.
Yeah, and I think it could be, even though it looks hideous. It looks like a trash bag. Okay, these are the shoes here. The link works.
Oh, Fendi, $735. Okay.
Oh, that's sale price. It's $1,050.
I don't agree with that. I don't think
It's retail. Price is Right rules are retail value. It's not sale prices. They literally say it. I'm saying. Oh, look at the heel. These are kind of wild. Look at that. Jeez.
I'm not discussing aspects of actual fashion with you on this show. I'm getting through this bit.
I'm just saying.
Is a cool heel. Can we move on?
Thank you. Okay, I'm just saying it's like different. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Let's do the bag. Fuck.
Okay. What's this damn bag?
I know. I didn't make the website.
What is it?
Wallace.
Okay.
Bottega. Bottega. Venata. VEN.
Oh, that's actually the first one that came up suggested.
Okay, cool.
Oh, fuck. Ooh, what color?
It's like blue.
It's $2,600.
Okay. All right. I'm feeling a little bit better here. A little bit. I hope this link works. You ready? Here's the jacket. Fuck you, Brittany Mahomes. That should be the segment.
Yeah, I would like that segment a lot more. Dolce and Gabbana.
Dolce & Gabbana Storm Flap Patent Trench Coat. Red Farfetch. If you can post a link to this one in the chat.
Shit.
I fucking
No, I'm telling you, John. I got your ass.
Oh, you found it?
I got you.
I took a risk here, man. All right, hold on.
I feel pretty good about this guess.
All right.
Also, what a hideous coat. Oh my god.
Dude, I know. It's terrible. Farfetch.com. Damn. Oh, God. It's even worse on here. All right.
Have you seen that movie, The Repo Man?
No, I've heard of it.
He wears something similar to this.
Damn. Final total, $8,838. So one of the higher ones. Actually, I wish if she hadn't included jewelry, I definitely won. But that's pretty expensive. Yeah, that coat needs to stay at early 2000s. I would agree, but that style's kind of coming back, Slink. Don't you think? Oh, Slink's seen Repo Man.
The Repo Man, the genetic opera. Here, pull that up on the screen for me. Tell me that's not like, no, I sent it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
You're going to be like, oh, yeah, 100%. See? Look at him.
Oh, my God. That's insane. She's just missing the head dressing.
Yeah, all she's missing. Look up the Repo Man, the genetic opera, if you're at home listener.
So in front of their like cool picture of him, but that's I don't know what that is. Oh, she's Sophie Turner. Alexa Vega. No shit. Alexa Vega is the girl from Spy Kids.
I in middle school wrote a creative retelling of the Three Little Pigs where the wolf was a repo man. And so it was an inside joke. And I distinctly remember sending a picture of that cover while I was at a movie rental store, which is a very old timey sentence, to Connor from the league.
Do you remember what movie rental store you used to go to? Was it Blockbuster?
There's a couple. No, we went to a Blockbuster once in a while, but we had shit, what was the name of it?
We had Hollywood Video down here.
We had a Hollywood Video.
And then we had Movie Gallery up north.
Yep, we had a movie gallery. I think it was a movie gallery. I would do anything to go back to that store. I would do anything. They had this deal where you could go in and you could rent 7 movies for 7 days. And
that's crazy.
I think it was like 7 movies, 7 days, and it cost you, I want to say it's either $7 or $17. I want to say it was $17, but something like that. And
sad.
we would go anytime there was a big snowstorm, we would go and we would rent movies. We would rent the 7 movies. And I remember we would watch them. Oh, movie gallery. Oh my God. Inject that into my goddamn veins.
I know, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
man. It's just not the same. There's too many choices now.
Oh, this is the hell. Yeah, I remember going here, man. I think they had like a porn section in the back. It was like weird as a kid.
We had two. There was a porn section, and then there was a scary movie section.
Yeah, but sometimes you get it mixed up, and you're like, "This is equally as scary."
No, I always wanted to go into the scary movie section, and one time my mom was like, "Okay," and I went back there, and I was so scared,
right? Like genuinely scared. There's a reason why kids can't watch those movies or shouldn't.
Yeah, no, genuinely frightened.
Yeah,
yeah.
I used to have this fear after watching Jurassic Park that this dinosaur is gonna just eat me out of my bed, like come through my window and eat me.
How funny would that have been?
Not very, but like monumental for science. Like anyway, like damn, a kid in Maine got eaten by a T-Rex. That's insane.
So I win. That's where.
Yeah. That's water in my face by like $4,000.
I gotta note that. Okay.
So like you wear Volcom? Damn, I used to have Volcom clothing back in high school. That was like pretty cool.
Dude, I never had it. I was never a skateboarder. I'm too goddamn big.
They make longboards. Isn't that for larger people?
I don't think that's specifically what it's for, but I'm sure it would have been better for me.
It's like an oversized skateboard, and it's like the big and tall.
That's not how it works. My work league, I still have not received buy-ins from 40% of the league.
Are you fucking Jake? You have to be on top of that shit,
dude. I got tired of asking, and then I had other stuff in my life.
You know about the work league that I won, and no one paid. Like I won the damn league in 2021, and nobody paid. Nothing's worse.
Well, luckily the people that have left have already paid, so I'm just gonna post I'm gonna post my work league dues in the
let's dox these people in your work league.
Yeah, that's right.
They're not paying their $20 buy-in.
I know, right?
There's like come on. There's in fantasy, you have 2 obligations. Well, 3. Show up for the draft, pay your buy-in, and set your fucking lineup. That's it. It's not that hard. If you can't do those 3 things for 16 weeks, don't play. It's okay, you know? Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Here you go. Here's your disclaimer. This segment is purely for comedic purposes, and I do not stand by any of the claims I have just made. We hope to see you back every week for updates on Brady Mahomes and possibly some fantasy football insights along the way. Thank you for your time.
I sent it. I said, if you're not on this list, I need your buy-in still.
Good. You can be kind about it. I wasn't. That's why nobody.
Yeah, well, you had a guy that was like threatening to fight you.
I also wasn't the commissioner. I wasn't the fucking commissioner. I just won the league, and the commissioner wasn't willing. He's like, they'll pay eventually. I'm like, the season's it's fucking February.
Won't. Yeah, they'll pay eventually.
Half of these people have quit working here by this point. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can't imagine.
This is not the place I work now, for the record. I just want you guys to know that somewhere else.
John works at Charles Entertainment Cheese right now.
Mm-hmm. That sounds great. Whatever that is.
It's Chuck E. Cheese.
Injury updates.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you didn't know Chuck E. Cheese's real name was Charles Entertainment Cheese?
No.
Somebody we know used to work there, and they used to get paychecks signed from Charles Entertainment Cheese.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's sick.
I like that. I like that it's not just Chucky. Like there's something else behind it, which you already know. There's something really sus at Chuck E. Cheese. Nobody owes money in our league, as far as I know, but I'm only the co-commissioner. You'd have to ask K-Mac. Which K-Mac, if he shows up tonight, he missed the Brady Mahomes update, which is upsetting.
He's gonna be gutted.
I know, poor guy. But anyways, let's get into the NFL news here. I'm gonna take it over. I'm doing it a little bit differently because it's we can kind of just pick and choose what we think is important. We're going on to Adam Schefter's Instagram here. I'm gonna sneeze real quick. Hold on. Yep.
Before we jump into this, can I tell you that I got some good news? AB, Antonio Brown, he's releasing a bit like a cryptocurrency. If you want to buy into it, yeah. Let me read you his announcement from Twitter.
Okay.
Yo, what's good, fam? I know y'all care about my name and my rep. It's all love 100 emoji. Yeah, I've seen the game out there, and I know most meme coins been straight up scams like Hawk Tua. They left folks with empty bags and broken dreams. That ain't me. I don't touch no trash, period. Stop sign emoji. That's why I'm rocking with Bucks Bunny Club, $ bunny. This ain't some coin. It's a whole vibe. Bunny emoji fire. We talking VIP experiences, real world moves, and a squad that's building for the future. I sat down with the team, hit them with the tough questions, and they passed the test. These dudes ain't rookies. They built billion-dollar plays before, and they're going to roster. They've got the roster to back it up. Crypto's top advisors on deck. This is more than hype. It's about trust, transparency, and changing the game. I'm all in. Let's run this play together.
It's like, do you think he has a script writer?
No, I think he got probably hacked, and then somebody's running crypto off of his.
That's funny, man. You saw about all the Hawk Tua crypto coin thing, right? Where she might go to jail.
Oh yeah,
for like literal fraud. Wouldn't that be a crazy end to her story? That'd be hilarious.
I love that.
The rise and fall of Hawk Tua girl in like 4 months.
Dude, crazy that Derrick Henry got rid of his dreads.
He did?
Yeah.
That should be the top news story of the day. Is that on Adam Schefter?
I don't know.
Did he post it on his own Instagram? I don't want to see. No, I don't think he would post that. Hey, new haircut. He would not do that.
I mean, there's stuff out there about it.
Unless no, he doesn't have a story. No. Okay. Anyways, let's go over some of the news stories here. There's just a couple like sad injury updates that I'm kind of bummed out about. Like, I don't have any stakes in this. I kind of got rid of Jonathan Brooks when I had the opportunity, but it's like, for a guy that waited 13 weeks to even get playing time because of an injury, tears his ACL again. It's like you got to feel for a guy, especially somebody who's just trying to make a name for themselves in the league, and he would have had that opportunity to show what he can do, and it's just a bummer, man. So tore his ACL on his right knee, non-contact injury. You always know that's never a good sign. Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately I'm not upset because I have Chuba.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do too. I have him in a league where he's been great. So I was never really like worried about Jonathan Brooks weaving his way in there, and like
not as a rookie coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah, I figured he would get playing time, but like Blake Corum, let's see what he can do on a drive playing time, not taking over the offense. So especially not with how Chuba's been. Like, you're not gonna sit him. He's very talented.
So good, and he's not the future. Like, they're gonna play him for the next 2 years and run him into the ground and then move on.
They should. They absolutely.
I agree. I mean, I'm sure he loves that.
Jets officially eliminated in an overtime loss. I don't know if you saw the game, but Jonnu Smith 0 fantasy points after regulation, ends the game with 15. That's in tight end premium league, but 3 catches, 2 on the exact same play, which was a screen to the right side of the field, runs it for 15, 20 yards, and then the game-winning touchdown in the end zone. Aaron Rodgers, man, the poor guy. I mean, I don't really feel for him at all.
I don't either. He's an asshole. I don't have any feelings for him. He sucks.
For Jets fans, Slink, give us your thoughts on this as a resident Jets fan.
I mean, Austin in our league's Jets fan, and he's like, fuck the owners. I'm so tired of them. They haven't taken us to the playoffs since I was in high school. He's livid.
Let's go Devils. Yeah, man. He's a clown. He really is, man. It's just, it is, I will say it's very satisfying to see, the Jets are up with 30 seconds to go, and then the Dolphins come back and beat their ass. Feels nice. But it's not how I saw it going, I guess. Like, they really like to hype these bad teams up in the off season. Look at all the players they got, blah, 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 this and that. And The only team where it worked out was the Buccaneers because it's Tom Brady. He's the fucking GOAT.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe the Rams, Stafford, he's not old, but like they kind of did the same thing as the Bucs did.
They won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm just saying he wasn't 42. He was like 36.
So. That's pretty old for a quarterback, to be fair.
Yeah. No, it is. Definitely. But yeah, no more Jets. I think I'm okay with that. I just hope they still give Devontae Adams 14 targets a game.
Yeah, you got to wonder what they're. I mean, that's part of why I was like, I don't know. We'll get to it, but Logan's starting a defense against them in our playoff matchup, and I'm kind of like, both teams want to lose because it's just about picks. I mean, it's just about picks at this point.
Yeah, but like you have to think about there's coaches playing for their jobs. Like this is job security. It's not just.
I mean, there's not really for the Jets. Like, I mean, kind of. Yeah, there is because he wants to get another job or stay on as the head coach. But they already fired Saleh.
Well, he's an interim head coach, so I don't think like Antonio Pierce had to fight for his life to actually get that job in Las Vegas after McDaniels and Johnson and what was the other guy? John Gruden. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's an interesting situation. I hope that they just continue to play football normally, but you never know in these situations. It's a weird.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a weird thing. But I don't think it's like it's within the principle. Like you don't just give up and not play football. So I'd be surprised if that happened. The Chiefs are going to the playoffs. They won their 9th straight division title on a doink for the division. Nothing pains me more than watching the Chiefs win, especially in another game that they should have lost. So, not fun. Not fun watching the Chiefs.
When I heard the doink, I was so excited, and then I realized I was like.
Then I saw the cheering, and
I hate seeing Patrick Mahomes happy.
It's the worst, and seeing Harrison Butker happy also sucks.
I know.
Derek Carr, he what did he do? Injured his left hand. I think he's out for the year. This is old. This is 2 days ago. I'm pretty sure he fractured his left hand and he's out. So I don't even know the backup, but that kind of worries me about whatever's left of the Saints passing options, which is not much. There was a few like early season bursts from Cedric Wilson. Who was the other guy that got hurt? That's like, Rashid Shaheed, was a very solid option early in the year. He got hurt. Obviously, Chris Olave got hurt. I feel like the check down game could be less of something you can rely on if you still have Alvin Kamara going forward with Jake Horner.
I don't know if it's less of I don't think the checkdowns are a concern. I mean, honestly, it's the deep ball. Carr had a nice deep ball, and he's given some guys some touchdowns. That's who I'd be more concerned about. But
who are you starting? Juwan Johnson? Like, there's nobody else.
I'm not starting anybody on that team. I'm just saying.
Logan is. He's starting Marquez Valdez-Scantling against you.
Damn.
Because that's how bad things have gotten. We'll get to that.
Damn. But, I didn't even notice that today. What?
It's not good. Not good. At least that's who we had yesterday. So, Isaac Guerrero.
What?
Is dealing with a foot sprain.
Vele, Coleman, and MVS against me.
Pickens is out,
and he's got Tillman. Tillman is in line for limited practice, and it's not like Tillman's looked like a world beater the last couple weeks.
Who did he trade away for Jalen Hurts? Because I think he got rid of one of his other wide receivers. I'm like, you don't have any wide receivers now.
He got rid of McLaurin and Daniels for Hurts and Hunt.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That was the thing.
He is fucked if Ken Walker doesn't go this week.
Oh yeah, I think.
And Ken Walker's considered. He's considered day to day as of today.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge win with Charbonnet. We'll get to him, I'm sure, in dudes of the week. But speaking of injuries, we got Isaac Guerrero. Great week for fantasy. I think he put up like 20, 25, 26 points. Got in the end zone twice. He's dealing with a foot sprain, so it is a Thursday night game against the Rams. They literally play tomorrow, so I feel like it's the Shanahan offense, though. You throw their fourth string Patrick Taylor, former Patriot from the practice squad, and he probably gets in the end zone at least once if Isaac Guerrero doesn't play.
Yeah, this
What are
is
your
a
thoughts on
tough one.
that?
I mean, that's a real tough one for me in Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm thinking I might just put him into my running back. I don't know. Really, it's going to be something I'm monitoring because it's a decent matchup.
Do you
Garendo
have
looked
Patrick
great.
Taylor?
No,
Oh, you don't.
I did not think at the beginning of the season that rostering 4 San Francisco running backs I would be in this position. Egg on my face because apparently I am.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to roster a myriad of running backs from any team, that's the only
That's what I'm
team I
saying.
would ever consider even 3, let alone 4.
Yeah,
So
I've got
that's
literally. I
crazy.
mean, yeah.
But you have Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor, like,
So it's
and
gonna.
lots of
I'm gonna be
receivers.
fine. And then I mean, I've got Smith and Waddle, and Waddle's questionable, which I don't love, but he's just limited off a hamstring, so I think he'll be fine.
He's picked up the slack from early season for sure.
Yeah, he's looking terrible. He's at least a wide receiver 3 now. I think against Houston, it could be a good game if they give him enough targets. Juwan Jennings has looked good, but we'll get more into that matchup later.
Yeah, I will say your RB matchups are, tougher on the tougher side of,
Here's the thing. I think they're going to give the rock to Barkley like crazy because he's trying to break that Eric Dickerson's record. So
that doesn't mean he's a very humble guy. He's not gonna actively be like, give me the ball. Like, his coaches are gonna be like, hey, you have a chance to do this, but he's gonna say, if they're up by 25 points, he's gonna say, give it to Gainwell.
I don't know, man. Maybe
there's literally clips of him before he broke the Eagles record, like single game rushing record. He needed like 15 more yards, and Sirianni comes over to him and he's like, hey, you're really close. Do you want it? He's like, no, give the ball to Gainwell. Give him a chance.
What the hell?
So, yeah, I'm just saying that's kind of his mentality. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else noteworthy? The Cowboys suck. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bill Belichick is the new coach of the Tar Heels. Who would have thought? That's pretty cool.
Wait, is that locked in?
Yeah, it is locked in. North Carolina has announced it has agreed to a 5-year deal.
5-year deal.
Bill Belichick. He'll be like 76. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man, kind of crazy. Belichick said in a quote, I'm excited for the opportunity at UNC Chapel Hill. I grew up around college football with my dad and treasured those times. I've always wanted to coach in college, and now I look forward to building the football program in Chapel Hill.
Here's the thing. I think he's going to be good in college because look at the guys he did it with when he did it. All he's got to do is recruit a good quarterback, and then he can put fucking lacrosse players out there.
Yeah. It is interesting that he's going to the college that Drake May just came from. So that's kind of like
I thought that was odd.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised he didn't go back to the NFL. I thought the whole narrative was he wanted Shula's record.
That's a good point, dude. Because at this point, if he spends 5 years at
like
UNC
77, 78,
there's no way. I don't even think Pete Carroll was the oldest coach in the NFL when he was coaching, like even when Belichick was still there by a few years. So like I just, man, you got to retire and be with your family and take it easy at one point,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's dating a 23-year-old, so I don't know if he's too much of a family man where he's like,
That's a fair point.
I think that's kind of past him.
Yeah, I just can't imagine the one thing about it is like I don't imagine Belichick wanting to deal with like the antics of college kids on like
that'll be interesting.
Team, like it's gonna be like a zero tolerance policy for bullshit with him.
I don't know, man. I mean, he kind of let Aaron Hernandez get away with his things, calling them Poppy and shit.
That's a good point.
I feel like some of those people dig those vibes. Like we had this really strict English teacher in high school, but for whatever reason, really she liked like sophomore age boys. Like,
all right.
Like just I don't know what it was. That was the whole thing. Was like she was the nicest to like that age group guys, even when they're goofing off.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe that's
old
just
as hell
his,
too. So.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, man. I think it's pretty exciting for Belichick. I kind of want to get a Drake May UNC jersey. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be kind of hot.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw some guy at the game with it 2 weeks ago.
Dude, I'm thinking I might buy a knockoff Ty Law Michigan jersey
because you can't just go get the signed version because that's all there is.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go buy a signed one to wear it. Also, a signed one's a new one is $160. A signed one is $150.
Yeah.
It's stupid. I don't know. I saw knockoff ones for like $60, and I was like, well,
Dude, fuck it. The knockoffs, like, who cares? Like,
yeah.
you have a Ty Law Michigan jersey. That's cool. But all right, why don't we get into the what is it? Let's talk some matchup rewind.
Matchup rewind.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Can I get my dynasty matchup out of the way? Because that's just like not a big deal.
Yeah.
I was never going to be
results. Jake kicked the living shit out of Troy.
I did do that. Yeah, I scored 181 points. Troy scored 78. That might be the biggest point differential of all time in our league.
It's certainly up there. Here, let's bring it up on the screen.
103. That's, I mean, Garendo with 26, Jefferson with 32, Juwan Jennings put up 28, Kittle 21, Smith 13, Waddle 20, and Jake Elliott had a 1-point week. So had he scored more, I could have been knocking on 100 or knocking on 200. And Tua had a great week too, 23 points. I started the best lineup I could have. There's no better lineup I could have on my roster. Yep. So pretty stoked on that. Feeling real good going into next week. Playing Mac is a much more dangerous team. I think, we'll get to the matchups next week, but I'm feeling pretty good in Dynasty. I'm feeling like if I get through this week, then I'm playing Ben. And that's a scary matchup, but he's been kind of boom or bust. Like he's either going off or he's not scoring all that much. So
yeah, you're right about that. We'll get to that for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kicked the shit out of Troy. I mean, he started an injured Lad McConkey who didn't play, which helps. But yeah, I mean, there was no chance he was ever going to beat you anyway. Last week, he kind of made our matchup a little closer than it ever had any business being because Jerry Jeudy put up 50 on Monday night. So
I thought 40 something.
Yeah, it was insane. There was a lot of big weeks from players this week, like Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, both put up 50. They're 50-ish.
Yeah, insane.
I'm in a 6-point passing league, so it was like Josh Allen like 65 points in this other league I was in. It was fucking ridiculous. But yeah, let's look at my dynasty matchup here. This was the fight for the first round bye for second place because Ben already had first place locked up. But yeah, me and Tyler going at it again. I had Mixon on bye. He had his Ravens on bye. So I threw in David Montgomery, who's been very consistent for me. And Bijan Robinson has been just really killing it, Yeah. He's the RB4 on the year. He had 1 week under 20 points since week 6.
Bonkers.
I mean, that's just unbelievable. And, like he gets in the end zone probably every other week at this point. He's just been great. This is why I mean, more or less kind of took advantage of Ben 2 years ago to get this pick and get Bijan.
I can't believe him.
I think he's made up for it at this point. Look at his team. He's who we're scared of
I
going into the playoffs. David Montgomery, 5 catches. I'll take that. And didn't get in the he did get a touchdown, but 19 points. I could have made a lot of different starts at receiver this week. I'm lucky that I still made it happen. A lot of thanks to Adam Thielen, 11 targets, 9 receptions for 102. Almost had more. Like they were targeting him. He was the only player that Bryce Young was trying to get it to at the end of the game when they were trying to win. So I kind of hope that continues. This is why I traded for Adam Thielen, because he's a target hog. I don't care who the quarterback is. If Adam Thielen is on the field, they're going to try to get it to him out of the slot. Yeah. So I don't care how old he is. He's 34. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. That is crazy.
He's been good. Devontae Adams on my bench put up 25. I think it was the RB or wide receiver 3 on the week. Something like that.
Okay.
11 targets as well. So Hopkins got in the end zone and Brandon Cooks got in the end zone. Just all my old guys did work this week.
All you guys are putting in that work for you.
Yeah, so that makes it gives me some tough decisions going forward on who do I start. Yeah, I get Mixon back going into the next week, but yeah, Tyler's team just didn't really show up. Metcalf, only 8 points. Evans didn't get in the end zone against Las Vegas. Was kind of surprising. Cole Kmet fully goosed. So, going into Monday night, DJ Moore didn't get a touchdown. He needed like 50 from CeeDee Lamb, and he looked good right off the bat. I'm like, that's a little scary. Like immediately got in the end
he
zone.
did pop off just a little bit right out of the gate, and like kind of leveled right out.
I was worried. Just a little bit because I had a nice cushion, but no, it didn't happen. Josh Jacobs had 3 touchdowns on Thursday night. That was
bonkers, dude.
Insane. But only 24 points because he doesn't.
Yeah, that's a pretty low scoring 3 touchdowns. I mean, that 18 points of that is touchdowns.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's a real standard scoring ass line.
Not very efficient on the ground. I mean, 3.6 just because I don't know. Against a Detroit defense that was down 11 starters. That's crazy too. But yeah, so that's Dynasty. Yeah. Why don't we take a look at results from League of Record last week? Let's see. Yeah, week 14. Jake, Tyler losing again over here. You kind of kicked the shit in.
I sure did, man. And I'll tell you, I don't know if a matchup has felt this good in a while. Like a win, like the win in Dynasty was like whatever. I did the calculations. Literally, things had to go nightmarishly wrong for me to miss playoffs. It was like the calculations were like 99.6% or something like that. I had to like lose by like 60 points. Like I had to score like 60 less points than the other person. Right. So I had to lose and score 60 less points than the person who would take my spot, which was next to impossible. This one, however, this was a must win. If I lose here, I'm out. There's no question about it. Like
even if I had lost.
I think if you lose, I had to.
This is so many scenarios. You don't have to really break it down.
Yeah,
because there were a lot of teams with the same record.
Right.
Like if I had won, I had a lot more points than a lot of those teams. So I was in no matter what.
I think it was. I think it was if you win and I lose, I need Dane to also lose.
Yeah, because Gabby had a lot more.
I also needed Jeff to lose. So that was the thing. If you won and I lost, I also needed Jeff and
Dane. Or Gabby to lose.
No, I needed Jeff. I needed Jeff to lose. That was it. I needed Dane. Dane couldn't win. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Dane couldn't win. Yeah. So anyway, but not to dwell on that. I scored 158 points against Tyler. He scored 104. Tyler has had a god awful season. This felt nice
because of this fucking guy right here.
Right.
Patrick
Mahomes.
Felt
really nice to cruise into the playoffs. I started Zach Charbonnet over Chuba Hubbard, and I was feeling a little anxious about that when I watched Chuba Hubbard put up 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
He had a really nice day. You're happy about that any week. But then Zach Charbonnet went out and put up 38.3 points, 7 for 7 for 59 yards, John. 2 touchdowns, 134 yards on the ground. I don't know why they'd rush Ken Walker back. I know I'm a little biased because I am playing against Ken Walker and have Charbonnet. But I'll tell you what, that is a lesson in rostering handcuffs as you get towards playoffs. Right now, I'm in such a good spot because I had Charbonnet already on the bench. And I've had him for the last couple of weeks before I knew it, and there's nothing Logan could do.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I feel like handcuffs have not been as useful this year. There hasn't been, and I'm knocking on wood here, but I'm just like, as of week 14, there has not been really any big RB injuries this year.
I mean, Charbonnet was a big one for people, but also Mason through the first 8 games of the season.
Yeah, I mean McCaffrey, like I'm saying, he didn't even start to play the year. Like
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like there's like Aaron Jones didn't break his leg this year. Like it just there wasn't really like Jaylen Warren was not relevant at all, and there were other Tajee Spears not relevant because Tony Pollard didn't get hurt. Like nobody got hurt. Saquon Barkley didn't break his leg. Jonathan Taylor didn't break his leg.
Oh my God, I would have been.
So I don't know. In this, it worked out very well for you that you're already rostering him, and I think he's one of the few running backs that you can be like. I mean, confident, not that he'd put up 38, but like that he would have a very good week. So
I did feel pretty good. I mean, he had a pretty smash matchup that he had to win because it was a divisional matchup, but
Arizona's kind of a fake team, if you ask me. I mean, they kind of were staying in it, but I think they're going to lose like half their games and just be out of it going into the end of the season. I don't see it. They're too young of a team right now. Yeah, big week for Sharp, and the rest of your team had a very solid week too.
I mean, absolutely nothing to complain about. I'm pretty pleased with the way things went.
Yeah, just not Tyler's year.
No, and he's getting a little salty. He's talking shit to me.
I mean, what you did is pretty funny, dude. Like you picked up Jake. Jake is playing keep away essentially going to the playoffs here. He has picked up. I'm
rostering 4 defenses.
That should not be allowed, but it is by rules.
You know what's going to make everyone
done that?
You know what's going to make everyone more upset is when the 1 o'clock window hits and Logan's defense locks in, and I drop all of those and start picking up players that haven't played yet.
That's so fucking sadistic.
Look, John, I want to be very clear with you. If I could get ahead and have a better shot at winning this matchup by throwing a handful of sand into Logan's eyes, I would. Anything that is allowed, I am going to do. The only reason I'm not doing anything worse is because I'm not allowed to.
I don't think it's not against my rules as a commissioner to commit physical harm to Logan. I think that's okay.
It's against the rules of society. I mean, it's legally I can't throw sand into his eyes, so I'm not going to.
Well, it's not legally. I mean, it's up to him to press charges.
Yeah, I think he'd press charges.
I don't know if he knows how to do that.
I think Logan's pretty smart. He is a doctor.
But that's like street smarts. Like he'd have to go through the legal trouble, like get a lawyer, and that's like
John.
He's out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, I think
he's not a complete idiot. Is what we're saying. He's not a complete idiot.
He would press charges against me if I threw sand.
If you want to physically harm Logan, you might be able to get away with it. That's all I'm saying. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. But yeah,
that's an endorsement by John.
Defenses. Do you have a hard decision here on what defense you're going to start? Are you 100% with Baltimore?
It's more against the New York Giants right now. Are you kidding me?
It's Tommy DeVito, bro.
They're going to hurt Tommy DeVito. They're going to hurt that little Italian man.
This feels like me getting hurt. Okay, well, yeah, these are the strategies you got to do to win. Jake's a 3-time league of record champion. So
3-time league record
champion. Take advice from anybody.
I mean, I've been in the ship more times than I haven't. More times than I have not been in the ship.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
By like 90%. Or that's
I've been in the ship. But like, it's funny. I've either been in the ship or entirely missed playoffs.
You've been in the ship 4 out of 6 years, and you've won 3 of them. Because you've been in the league 6 years. You had 2 years missing playoffs, and the only other year you
I came in last my first year, made playoffs, lost to Dane on the last, like the garbage time of the last matchup of the season to an Aaron Jones touchdown. That's why it's always fuck Dane. Yeah. I could have a three-peat. I could have had a three-peat if it weren't for goddamn Dane.
You never know, man. You never know.
That's true. Maybe I wouldn't have had the enthusiasm had I not.
It's kind of like the butterfly effect. Like, who knows? Maybe if you had beaten Dane, maybe you, for some reason, make a different start sit based on, you don't hate Aaron Jones anymore. So maybe you picked him up, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Ask Ashton Kutcher. Pretty solid film. Anyways, I beat Chris to make it into the playoffs. Huge matchup. This motherfucker talks so much shit. Really, and I've said this all year, but a fake team. Did his team show up this week? Kind of. He kind of did, but so did mine, and that was the difference. But this guy is, let's look. I want to look at points for on the season. He is, I'm looking at the wrong league. 1 second. I do want to have this stat here because I feel like it's important. Details, points for. Chris is 4th. Granted, okay. Brad is way up there with 1,887. I'm in 2nd with 1,772. Gabby 1,770. Chris 1,732. I was 2-7 going into week 10.
This is really crazy.
2-7. Okay. And, I had a very, very solid lineup. I had like 2 or 3 matchups that were within like 2-point losses, like brutal losses. And, I went on a run. I think I won 3 in a row. I was like, okay, there's a chance here. Trade deadline comes up. So I make 2 big trades. I trade away some big names. I trade away Alvin Kamara. And I traded away Marvin Harrison Jr. and a few smaller names, Jacoby Myers, and I forget the other guy, but essentially I got Cortland Sutton, DJ Moore, Mark Andrews, and Kyron Williams and Chase Brown. Those are the guys I brought in, all of which have been fantastic over the last 4 weeks.
Sure.
All of them. Mark Andrews keeps getting in the end zone. Chase Brown has averaged 25 points. Kyron Williams has done the same. DJ Moore had 3 25-point weeks in a row. And Cortland Sutton has been a top 10 wide receiver, if not top 5 over that span. So I went on a 5-week run, won every single week, and I had to do exactly that and get some help to make the playoffs. And that's exactly what I did by beating Chris here, who had graded 120 points is not anything to frown about. But Saquon didn't go crazy over against Carolina. And I told you it was going to be a trap game. I
don't know if it's a trap game, dude. He put up 14 points. He rushed for 124 yards and a 2-point.
But I'm looking at fantasy points here. The man's been putting up 35, 40-point weeks. Like,
sure, but I don't know. I'm rarely complaining about a 14-point week. That's not sinking your team. I mean, trap game, maybe. If he gets a touchdown, it's an amazing week. And he probably should have. I bet you they gave one to Hurts. In any other offense, he would have got it.
You know what happened?
Right.
They were at the 1. They did a tush-push setup and handed it to Saquon. He gets tackled. The next play, they just gave it to Jalen Hurts instead.
Yeah, it's just so good, unfortunately.
Fortunately, I would look at that as a positive.
Yeah, I've never had Hurts, so I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, you would love it if you did.
Probably.
But yeah, I think it is a trap game, and 14 points is not good when the rest of your team is Braylon Allen, Juwan Jennings, and Isaiah Pacheco. His wide receiver 1 is Juwan Jennings, which going into the season, that sounds insane, but this is the guy he's banking on to win him a championship right now. That's insane to me. That's insane. So when I saw Juwan Jennings get 2 touchdowns early before halftime, I was sweating a lot. I was very concerned. But he slowed down. Mike Evans had a bad week. And I did not think Isaiah Pacheco was going to do anything, and he really didn't. 14 for 55. It just he didn't have any efficiency on the ground,
He doesn't have to do it.
No, they have so many other players.
Some dumbass kick is going to fall into the end zone or fall into the uprights, and they'll be fine.
Yeah. What really won it for me is Freiermuth got in the end zone. Waiver wire pickup because I had Andrews on bye, and Garrett Wilson had 7 catches for 114. Boswell, the kicker, won 11 points. Like, that's kind of the difference here. I won by 16,
Yeah.
Like, Chris Boswell and Kyron Williams.
I don't want to do the kicker argument, but Boswell's been fantastic. The argument isn't that Boswell has been bad. The argument is just you can never predict that. You had no idea. Guy was kicker 17 in a full season last year.
No, I'm not. I would never went and said I knew this was going to happen. That's why I got Chris Boswell. I'm just saying he is doing it, and he's the 35th overall player in fantasy this year.
That's so crazy, dude.
That's insane. Like
he scores more points than a tight end.
I want to look at kicking leaders. I just want to see how far ahead he is everybody else. He is like 18 points ahead of the next best kicker.
That's nuts.
Like the kicker 10 is 104. Chris Boswell is 162.
Wow.
That's not like that's pretty crazy. That's like an average.
That's how it always goes, though, dude. I like kicker 1. There is a huge variance between kicker 1 and kicker 2.
Right. Typically. I mean, I'd have to. We probably should do a deep dive in this because it's kind of wild.
It might be an off-season thing I do because I am interested to be able to. Because I'm tired of people being like, "Oh, that's a stupid take," because it's not, and I stand by it strongly.
It probably isn't a stupid take, but like I'd love to look at the stats and like see where things fall because I don't know, man.
It's just to me, it's like you can't predict it. Like you can't predict it. So even on a week-to-week basis, typically
Yeah.
So
it is what it is. Like I'm not saying next week, like guarantee Chris Boswell gets 12 points. Like he could get 1 point easily.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
But anyway, let's hit up dudes and duds of the week.
Dudes and duds of the week.
Wait, I didn't talk about my league record matchup.
Did you not? You just talked
No.
about. Oh no, you
Yeah.
did. You talked about kicking the shit out of Tyler.
Well, we got to do. I thought we were talking about next week. We're not doing that anymore.
Well, dudes and duds of week 14. Then we'll talk about next week.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Well, I mean, my dude of the week has got to be Zach Charbonnet.
Yep. Got to do it.
I mean, that's a lock in. Zach Charbonnet absolutely crushed this win for me. Made it not even a sweat that Bucky Irving went out and Evan Ingram did. I mean, him and Sam Darnold too. I honorable mention to Sam Darnold. Fucking 5 touchdowns.
I would just give him the dude of the week as well because I mean that's unbelievable.
2 dudes of the week. I'll take Tyler's dude of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I mean, he more than doubled what Patrick Mahomes put up. That's crazy. My dude of the week has got to be honestly, man. I feel like I wanted to give it to Freiermuth for just getting the end zone and being a great waiver wire tight end, but I kind of have to give it to Chase Brown. He's been so consistent and
really good for you.
I call him Alvin Kamara light, but he's been better than Alvin Kamara. So
yeah,
I mean, shit. They just keep giving him the ball. 8 targets. It's just he's a great guy out. Great safety net for Joe Burrow because his offensive line is fucking terrible.
He really is. Yeah.
It's so like. Did you watch any of the game on Monday?
A little bit, yeah.
The man is running for his fucking life.
He's very good. He came out of nowhere too.
Yeah. So I love it. Chase Brown, 2nd year in the league. I mean, probably a solid keeper too. Where's he? I think he won the 10th. Yeah, 10th round. 10th round pick. And I'd have Kyron for a 13th. What if I keep them both? That'd be crazy. Both my running backs locked in the 10th and 13th round. I'll take that. But yeah, dud of the week. I mean, I don't know, man. I guess I'm going to go my Dynasty League matchup and say it was probably, I'll give it to AJ Brown. He's been pretty inconsistent lately. The Eagles offense, they just give the ball to Saquon a lot. And there was actually a couple plays where AJ Brown was open, like wide open, and he'll throw it to Devonta Smith. Like,
hell yeah, brother. I love that.
That's music to your ears for sure.
Yeah, I hope Devonta Smith either goes somewhere else where he's the one because he's got the talent. There's no question. Or AJ Brown goes somewhere else.
I've seen some posts on like Reddit of like, do I start, Jerry Jeudy or AJ Brown, or like, Elijah Moore or AJ Brown, or I don't know. There's a lot of other options like that I would consider. DeAndre Hopkins or AJ Brown.
Yep,
that's really tough.
Damn,
I don't think I could do that one.
AJ Brown. What's AJ Brown's contract look like?
I think Devonta Smith's on until last year.
He's on until 2028. Yeah, he signed a 3-year, $96 million contract.
That was a big
including a $19 million signing bonus.
He's really good. When he has the ball in his hand, he's really,
how can
really
they pay all 3 of those guys? That's crazy.
Lying, cheating, stealing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really smart agents and contract negotiators. Who's your dud of the week? You got
my dud of the week. Well, this one's always hard when you win.
Yeah,
because you're just like, who cares? I don't know. I mean, I guess I hate giving it to guys that are injured too. Like that's another piece where you're like, I don't want to give it to Bucky Irving. He's been amazing and he got injured last week. So I'm gonna give it to Jake Elliott.
Okay, fuck it. Man got 1 extra point. He probably missed a field goal.
He got 1 extra point and he missed a field. He got 2 extra points and he missed a field goal. So he got 1 point in our league.
Wait, really? I didn't think I had negative points for missing a field goal. I do for missing an extra point.
Yeah. You have negative points for missing a field goal.
I would change that. I don't like that, actually. Missing a field goal happens. That's like missing a pass, Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I think it would be good to talk about the league.
I feel like it might not be that way. Look, see what Jake Elliott got in Dynasty.
I feel like that's in Dynasty.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Check League of Record. What did Elliott get in League of Record?
Yeah. I mean,
it's 1 point. Okay, I might change that. That's a very small change, but I would make that change. Okay, let's talk some matchups, playoffs. Let's go.
Talking matchups.
Alrighty. Week 15, the quarterfinals. Jake, I'm gonna let you take it away with Dynasty because I'm taking a week off. Everybody, fall from the bottom. Now we are at the top, second place, finally in the bye week. Notoriously, I lose because of this.
it's true. This is huge for you.
It's a little bit scary.
Yeah,
Last year, I got eliminated in the quarters.
You're in uncharted waters. So, yeah, I'm playing Mac after getting into the playoffs and being seated just behind T-Dog, which I would much rather have had T-Dog seating. I would much rather have played Dane and then John because for whatever reason in the playoffs, I am John's kryptonite.
That's very true.
So
I don't know why it doesn't even let me fucking bring it up. I hate.
So yeah, unfortunately, I Tyler outscored me on the season by 0.08, which we determined is what 2 yards passing, 4 yards.
It's hard to say. I mean, it's less than a yard of running yards.
It's 0.1 points for every 4 yards passing. I thought.
Okay. Well, yeah, because
it's literally like 3 yards passing that Tyler outscored me on the season by, which does feel good because he was talking a bunch of shit about me last week. So anyway, I am playing Mac. Terrified of Josh Allen.
There it is. I got it. Here we go.
Absolutely terrified of Josh Allen. They're going up against Detroit. They're going to have to get tricky to win. So I don't love that. That's probably the scariest matchup he's got going. But he's also got HN, who's been just on fire. I mean, he scored 20 points, almost 20 points 4 weeks in a row. He scored 26 against Arizona, 32 against Buffalo. Houston has a pretty decent defense, but man, they are just feeding HN the ball. So I am very concerned about that. His RB2 is Tank Bigsby against the Jets. So that's a little bit better, but even still, he got 18 carries last week. Khalil Shakir, I don't like that stack. I hope they don't go off. That is very scary because if they pop off, it's really bad for me. And Detroit doesn't have the toughest secondary. So, and Brock Bowers, good Lord. Brock Bowers. I mean, what are they putting in that guy's food? They're putting 16, 14 targets. That's what they're putting in it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah. So not typing this team too much.
Thomas. Too, man. I mean, he's
very sleepy, good team. Yeah, I mean, it's Mac Jones, but unfortunately, Mac Jones has been making him look all right. So,
22 targets over the last 2 weeks for Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah,
anybody's going to be pretty good with that. Yeah, and I am really bummed. I was really hoping Garendo would be good for this matchup because it's a pretty decent matchup, and anytime that kid gets the work, he's good. He's a really good running back, and I knew that, so I wasn't scared when I knew he was going to be the guy. Yeah. But concerned about that because I would probably rather start him against than Devonta Smith against Pitt in my flex. But Barkley has been a dog. I think he's going for that record, and I really hope Tua has I hope that's a shootout game. That would be really great for me.
I was just gonna say when you were talking about HN. I was before you even mentioned Tua on your side. I was gonna say I think this could be an insanely high scoring game.
Yeah,
Houston and the Dolphins. So
I just pray to God it's a Johnny game and a Waddle game, and they're just popping off, or a Tyreek Hill game. Anybody other than HN, and it's good for me. And and I gotta hope Garrett Wilson doesn't have a crazy game too, because he's also in the mix. But I mean, his best week is against Minnesota, where he got 23 targets. So as long as that doesnesn't happen,
I don't think so. Good. I'd be it's Jacksonville though. Why
it's
not?
Really, I mean, this is a really crazy matchup. It's anybody's game. Same record where our average points for is a difference of 3. So it's anybody's matchup, and I really don't want to see Mac beat me.
I do want to say Amon-Ra St. Brown against Jacksonville had 11 for 38 points and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So that defense against wide receivers, I would say Garrett Wilson is at least close to being on par, talent wise. Like he's pretty up there.
Yeah.
You know,
Very good wide receiver.
I'd be worried. I mean,
I'm very worried. I mean, this
Okay.
is a very stressful matchup. I'm just hoping I'm in playoffs in every single league. I'm hoping that I don't lose all of them except for the one I got to buy in.
Yeah, nobody
So,
wants that. I
nope.
want that for you because you losing is my well. I mean, I'd look at because
if you can't win, you want to see me lose. That's the key.
So yeah, this is my path to playoffs, or my easiest path to a championship, I think, according to me, is you lose, Mac plays Ben, Mac beats Ben, and I play Dane. Dane beats Tyler this week. I play Dane, beat Dane, and then it's me versus Mac. I think I'd prefer that because I don't want to face Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow in the finals.
Yeah.
I'd rather face Josh Allen and Shakir if I had to choose, I think. I don't know. There's a lot of good teams this year. It's going to come down to luck. It's going to come down to matchups. It's going to come down to start sits for me because it always fucking does. And I have a tough one every week with which one of my old ass receivers am I going to put in my flex? So I'm starting to lean toward Thielen, Devontae Adams every week because Calvin Ridley has kind of been bad. So
yeah, he has.
He's really, on paper, incredible matchups for wide receiver, but when your quarterback is Will fucking Levis, it doesn't really matter. So
yeah, that's not ideal.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm on by. You got a nice matchup there. It should be a very, very exciting one to watch because you got Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night games in that matchup. So it's gonna span the entire weekend for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be stressful as always.
Love to see it.
A better matchup that I'm more excited about is our League of Record matchup, where I am playing Logan. Our old pal, Dr. Logan, friend of the show.
Always.
Yeah, I got a divisional matchup
Logan.
for Sam Darnold. So maybe, I mean, he's got to be feeling like like the guy after last week. So hopefully he shows up and slings it again. Feel great about my running backs, David Montgomery at Buffalo, and Chuba Hubbard against Dallas. He has Ken Walker. I think this is a big deciding factor. Ken Walker doesn't play, and I get to slot Ken Walker into my flex instead of Bucky Irving, who's questionable right now.
Charbonnet.
Yeah, if I get to slot Charbonnet in instead of Bucky Irving, that's huge. That's massive. That would mean he is starting one of Trey Benson, Amir Abdullah, or Patrick Taylor, which Patrick Taylor could be a decent start, but I think they're going to split the workload a fair bit. The other piece that's major here is I picked up 4 defenses. I had the Steelers already. Philadelphia, not the best matchup even for the Steelers, even though they've been hot. But I saw this morning when I got up, I was like, oh, the Ravens, Cardinals, and Commanders all have solid matchups. Commanders have New Orleans with Derek Carr hurt. Cardinals have New England, which I think is a little bit trickier of a matchup than people are giving it credit because Drake May's been looking hot.
That's a good game.
It's gonna be fun one.
Football wise, that should be fun. The Cardinals need to win.
Ravens have the Giants, and the Ravens need to keep winning. So I think they're just going to beat the goddamn brakes off the Giants. And that's who I did choose to start the Ravens because I think they're going to get a few sacks. I think it's going to be a very safe defense to start, and I don't think the Giants are going to put up a ton of points. And I saw that Neighbors is on the injury report. So I think that could be a big one. I think that we're not going to have to worry as much about their soft secondary. That's the biggest concern with the Ravens is their soft secondary. They are great against the run. So that's the one I chose of the 4 to start. But the reason I chose it is because Logan had already locked in the Jaguars versus the New York Jets. And I think that the New York Jets are probably going to – I think it's going to be a very, very low-scoring game in general. I don't think that the Jaguars are going to dominate the Jets on defense. They haven't been good. They're the defense 28 out of 32 on the season. So 4% of people are starting the Jaguars.
I'm going to be honest, man. I think it's a bad choice for Logan to start them. And I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game, at least on one side of the ball. I think the Jets are going to light it up this week.
Yeah, it's
why
very possible.
not? it's going to be like backyard football for Aaron Rodgers and Adams and Garrett Wilson. And if
Yeah,
Brees
I hope it's
Hall's
not
back,
Garrett Wilson. That's all I hope.
Yeah, I kind of need it to be for the sake of my matchup we're about to talk about. But I really
I need,
they
you
have
know what I
nothing
need?
to lose. You know,
I need Brock Bowers to die.
yeah, you know, I
Like
mean,
I'm playing Brock Bowers in both my matchups. If Brock Bowers does nothing, if Brock Bowers literally steps on the field and goes, not today, that would be the best possible thing.
Slink, they might give it. Come on, man, give him a chance. I think the Jets could
Come
light
on,
it up.
dude, if Slink,
I mean that sincerely.
If anybody
Like,
knows, if anybody knows, it's Slink.
come on, have some hope. Don't you care about your team? Don't you have some?
Dude,
Don't
no,
you feel like they can do it?
Never met a Jets fan in your entire life. That is not it.
I'm doing laundry in the kitchen. I heard Jets are gonna light it up. Yeah, no, you never know, man. Come on, give it a chance.
I'm telling you, I don't think it's going to be a smash matchup. So,
God, I mean, I couldn't. That's gonna be the most empty stadium you've ever seen in your life if it's not by halftime.
Yeah, I mean, or didn't we look at tickets? Weren't tickets going for like nothing?
You want to look it up? I kind of want to look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah. Let's see. Jets. Giant. Wait, who are they playing? The Jaguars. Okay, Jaguars. Ticketmaster. What do we got? Everbank Stadium. Oh, is it in Jacksonville?
Must be.
Oh, okay. Damn, I should go. Oh, they're not available.
You should. You know, why not?
No, they're not even selling them. It's so bad. Like, yeah, I don't blame them. I do not blame them. Yeah, but yeah, this is a very important matchup here. You're playing Logan at an all-time low.
Yeah, all-time Logan.
You know, all-time Logan. This man's starting Keon Coleman and Vele. Those are his wide receivers, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling. This man's in the playoffs. Like, how the fuck? I just don't.
Sometimes shit just falls apart. You know that. You know this.
Trust me, yeah. It's crazy that like I almost didn't make the playoffs with my team you're about to see, and this team did. It's just wild.
It's luck,
sometimes,
man.
Oh, Jake said it. He finally fucking said it.
It's all luck. It's always been luck.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And hopefully I'm hoping to get very lucky with this matchup against the juggernaut that is Puka Nacua and Gabby's team. The team that was gifted to her with Puka Nacua, a 15th round keeper, and Devon Achane, a 10th round keeper.
Yeah, you know what? Honest to God, if anybody can win this league other than me, I'd like to see Gabby pull it home because Allie's out of playoffs, and I just so badly.
Brad is a great team.
I
worked really hard.
I don't care about Brad. Who gives a shit?
He's a good guy.
Brad is a good guy. I will say I don't have a personal grievance with Brad like I do Dane, but I would like to see Gabby win or Chris. I'd like to see Chris win.
Fuck that. Fuck Chris.
Yeah, I know
he's my mortal enemy now. Fuck that. I forgot he was even in playoffs because he's so irrelevant to me.
Yeah. Okay.
No, big matchup. Gabby favored. Whatever. That's because she has Lamar Jackson. Of course she's favored. That's really the difference here is Lamar Jackson versus Baker Mayfield. That's the difference in projections. I don't go by projections. I go by, the momentum, and momentum is in John's favor. He made it this far. Me and Gabby neck and neck though. Like it's me or her. 5 in a row for each of us, 10-0 over the last 5 weeks for me and Gabby collectively. So, great teams. Baker versus Lamar, Kyron Williams versus Achane, Chase Brown versus Jacobs, Amon-Ra versus AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson versus Puka, Mark Andrews versus Njoku, Cortland Sutton versus Swift. Maybe she'll sub in McConkey or Shakir. But hopefully she doesn't, because I don't have any hope in DeAndre Swift. I made some moves for this team. I've held on to guys like Wilson and Amon-Ra St. Brown all year. They've gotten me to this point. I have the kicker one everywhere, Chris Boswell. I just need good games. I have some pretty solid matchups this week with Wilson against Jacksonville and Mark Andrews against the Giants, Cortland Sutton against Indy. He's just been an absolute juggernaut like every single week. He just had a bye week. He's rested. He's ready to go out there and light it up again with Bo Nix. So, I love this team. I think it's one of the best redraft teams I've ever had personally. It's very, very good across the board. So
I agree. I think you made some good moves, and I think you've got as good a shot as anybody. Like I really, I do unfortunately believe that you have a very good shot, and I would like to see you lose. But we'll see. I think it's up in the air. It's very up in the air.
It's gonna be an exciting one, and I can't hate on Gabby.
Yeah.
Like, she's got a great team. If she won, I would be ecstatic for her, just because I know she's already agreed to spend all of her winnings on Fortnite V-Bucks, which is funny. So
that's fucking insane, because it's like a $400 buyout.
Yeah, that's like, for V-Bucks, that's $13,500 for every $100. So that's like, what, 60,000 V-Bucks?
There's got to be a number you can call when the number you call when somebody's got a gambling problem. There's got to be a number we can call for.
We should start that hotline, because I could also use help.
Yeah, dude, I've seen, you guys don't want to see John's skin library.
You also don't want to see my credit card statement from this month. It's been a busy month.
Me too, dude. Gifts.
We just went on 2 football trips and everything, bro. I was like,
you got another football trip. Yeah.
Fucking way did I spend that much money. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That's life, man. You can make more money, but you can't make more memories. Well, you can, but you should make everlasting memories while you still can.
That's true.
Anyways, that is those are our matchups, some big ones. We're all in the playoffs. Tyler's not in the league of record because he was kind of out when we did mock drafts. Like, let's be real. Never had any hope.
Damn. Real raw.
Yeah, he knew it. We all knew it. But something that we all do love and share together is
survival football.
Oh boy, how did I do last week? Who did I start?
You picked the Miami Dolphins, who barely won.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
Worst song in football.
Miami Dolphins.
I like Fly Eagles Fly a lot more. I think that one's pretty cool.
I thought Miami Dolphins, the song was hot. I liked it.
I know you did, but that's because you were watching Tua and Waddle light me up. Literally, I felt like I was on fire that game in a bad way. Like my skin really was burning or something. Insane. Anyways, yeah, Jake picked the Dolphins. They won. Tyler picked the Eagles. They won. I picked the Vikings. They also won. So great week for survival football. But Jake currently 7-7. Tyler 11-3. I am 9-5. We need Tyler to lose, and he's not here this week, which means we can pick whatever the fuck we want for him. Let's do it. Matchups 20
Giants.
15. Oof. Jags.
No, dude, Giants. Giants against the.
Oh yeah, the Jets. No. Jets could lose that easily. Against the Ravens. Let's see if he's picked the Giants yet, which is unlikely.
No way he's picked the Giants.
Tyler, he is not. Okay, Tyler can get the Giants this week. Sorry, buddy. We need him to lose. So.
Yeah, we do.
Let's pull out my things here. All right. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah,
New York Giants is not great. That feels good.
New York Giants. The New York Giants.
New York Giants, we fucking suck. That should be their song.
That's, dude. Real.
We fucking suck.
Suck
ass. Okay, Jake, who do you got this week? You cannot pick the Bengals, Ravens, 49ers, Texans, Commanders, Lions, Saints, Chargers, Vikings, Broncos, Jaguars, or Dolphins.
That was too many names.
I'll remind you if you pick one.
Wait, have I picked the Chiefs yet?
You have not picked the Chiefs.
Wow. I'm probably not going to pick them this week because they're playing against the Browns.
Yeah, that's a trap game. I would love if they lost that so much.
Holy crap. Have I picked the Washington Commanders?
You have week 7, and they won.
Yep. Have I picked the Arizona Cardinals?
You have not picked the Cardinals yet.
Arizona Cardinals against the Patriots, I think is I'm gonna go with that one.
I think that could be a trap game, man. I think the Patriots
it could be a trap game because you're a Patriots fan, John, not because it's really a trap game.
No, but you also you love to pick against the Patriots on purpose because I'm a Patriots fan.
Of course.
That's part of your choice. You're not picking them just because you think the Cardinals is.
It's part of the bid. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but you're kind of out of it at this point. You're 4 games back with 4 weeks to go. Tyler would have to lose every week.
Yeah.
So there's that. But anyway, All right, let's do the Grim Reaper pick of the week. The Grim Reaper. Imagine me in my living room making that sound drop.
Yeah, very vividly. I can imagine you making that, John. Yes, without a doubt, I can imagine you making that.
Yeah, my cat's like, meow.
Yeah, please, John, feed us, and you're like, the Grim Reaper.
Doing like 15 takes. No, that wasn't good enough. The Grim Reaper.
That one sucked. I just can't get this. Damn,
it's not good enough. Bash my head into a wall.
Fuck.
Someone's got to fix this drywall now. Okay. Let's see. I can't pick Bengals, Colts, Raiders, Cowboys, Seahawks, Eagles, Bills, Lions, Commanders, Ravens, Texans, Bucks, Packers, or Vikings.
That's only a few.
I also have not picked the Chiefs, but I also agree that that's not a great matchup for them. Damn, do I just go Jets? Because I kind of have to commit to the bid here.
I mean, it's up to you, big dog.
I don't care. I'm going with the Jets. How do you like that, Slink? I'm going with the Jets this week, and they're gonna win. Because I'm on a positive run here, picking survival football. Let's go. I actually have hope. I need Garrett Wilson to have a really good week, so I actually feel like this is possible. Go Jets. John, 2024, go Jets. Slink, you're going to take the L. Come on.
No, Slink's right.
That's crazy. I think all of us could lose this week. Cardinals, Giants, Jets. That's really what we're doing? Okay.
Yep.
That's crazy. You know what? I think it's going to happen, Slink. Don't worry about it. Have hope. Have hope in me. Believe in me. Don't believe in your team, but believe in me. Anyways, that's the end of the show. We made it this far. Quarterfinals. Big matchups this week. As always, I say good luck. Unless you're playing me, then eat shit. I hope you lose. That goes for you, Gabby, because you're the only one I'm really playing this week. Of note, I am 11th place in my work league. I am in another league where I started Sam Darnold, left Addison on the bench. They almost put up 100 together last week in a
that's so insane, dude.
PPR QB 6-point league, which is fucking wild. I would have put up over 200 points if I started Addison.
That is crazy.
Fantasy's fun. I love fantasy. I hate fantasy.
Dude, I love fantasy football. It's like drugs, man. I'll tell you, it's love and hate.
It's like the highs and lows of drugs. Like it's both.
Yeah,
mostly lows for me personally.
Yeah.
Anyways, wish Tyler to feel better. Hopefully he's here next week. Hopefully with an L in his closet.
Damn right, with an L in his closet. We're gonna beat the goddamn brakes off of this man.
Yeah, I want to see sad Tyler next week, but still wholesome, handsome.
Well, he's always gonna be handsome.
Yeah, we can't do anything about that. All right, guys, at those fantasy dudes. Good luck in your Week 15 quarterfinal matchups. And if your league is not doing quarterfinal matchups this week, fire your commissioner.
Thanks for tuning in to Those Fantasy Dudes podcast. Make sure to tune in next week and follow us at Those Fantasy Dudes on Instagram.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm dancing too. Yay.
Let's go. Fold your laundry, man. Fold